What's good, Wave Familiar? It's your boy j.king, man, back at y'all with another Upgrade Your Game podcast. I know I've been gone for a little minute, but your boy been outside and he been out here getting this mugger, you feel me? So the money don't stop, so you know I had to take a little bit of hiatus, but your boy back now with another episode. And listen, it been crazy for me for the past week. You know what I'm saying? I just came back from Atlanta. It was crazy. I was stuck there for 2 more days than I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I was there from Friday until this Thursday afternoon, pretty much Tuesday night. I was supposed to leave Sunday night, and I have to tell y'all about this story, so that's why I'm here today. But before we start, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We on our way to 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So get us there and let's get it. So let me start you off with Friday. So Friday was the day I'm supposed to leave. So my flight was supposed to be at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I set my alarm the night before for 5 a.m. because, you know, at 5 a.m., you know, they told you to get to the airport a couple hours earlier. On top of that, you got to basically, you know, check in your flight, whatever, you know, get washed up, do all that, catch the Uber or whatever. So I set my alarm for 5 o'clock, right? Why the alarm didn't do nothing? Like, it didn't wake me up. It didn't do nothing. Like, I woke up at 7:07. Now, mind you, my flight is at about 8:45. I'm a little ways from the airport. I'm probably like a good 40 to 45 minutes from the airport, right? Driving, right? So I wake up at 7:07. I'm looking at my clock. I'm like, oh, shit. So I get up, right? Lucky my bag was packed, so I just had to grab a couple things. I jet out the door. No shower, no nothing. Yeah, your boy's a little musty. I ain't gonna fraud you. Listen, I had to go catch this flight, you feel me? So I had to get up and do what I had to do. So I get up. I'm gone. So I get in the car, right? So I was going to catch an Uber, but I was just like, you know what? I got to get my car. I got no choice. So mind you, it's Friday morning, rush hour. Now, like I told you, I'm about 45 minutes to an hour from the airport, right? So I'm stuck in that. So I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, yo, you're not making this flight. Like, you just not going to make this flight, yo. So I'm fighting through that traffic, right? Fighting through. Soon as I see traffic start to break up, it was not congested no more. I'm doing 100 miles an hour on 95. Like, I ain't care if I got a ticket, whatever. I didn't care. This is I-95, so I'm gone. So I speeded to the airport, right? So when I speeded to the airport, I get there around maybe about 7:50. So I had to park in the little parking garage or whatever. So I'm trying to park to the one that's closest to my gate. So I'm parking to the one closest to my gate. Mind you, of course, there's no parking. So I was able to find a spot. Literally, I'm about to go into the other side gate or whatever, part of the parking garage to the other gate. Lucky I found one right close to where the entrance was. I'm like, bet. So I parked there, grabbed my suitcase. I'm running inside to go to get checked in because I got to check my bag in, right? So I go in there, check my bag in. When I get to the counter to talk to the lady, check my bag in, I pat my pockets. I'm like, hold up, make sure I got everything. Guess what I don't got, y'all? My phone. Like, I forgot my phone in the car. So I was just like, all right, it's around close to, I asked the lady at the gate because I don't got my phone and there's no clocks around. You know, it's the airport. There ain't nothing around. So I asked the lady, I said, what time is, she said, it's 8 o'clock. I was like, what time is boarding? She said 8:04. I'm like, so don't got my phone. My John checked in. Now, I wasn't worried about TSA. And the good thing is, for any of y'all that's traveling out there, make sure you get TSA pre-check. I had applied for it like a couple months before, and it's good because literally you can bypass all those crazy lines if you're in a hurry. That's the main reason I got it for. So I wasn't worried about TSA pre-check. I was ready to get to this gate. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm running through the airport. Yo, you would have thought the feds was on me. Like, I'm running through to the airport to get back to the garage. to go get my phone. Like I said, it's not far from where I'm at, but if y'all know Philadelphia Airport, everybody that know, it's these long hallways. Like I had to go through this long hallway just to get to the entrance to the parking garage so I can get to go get my phone, right? So I run. I'm looking in the car. I'm thinking it was in the cup holder. Well, I was that joint on the ground, and now my phone is like black. So the case is black, so it's hard to see. So it was on the floor the whole time. I think what happened was when I went to go get my bag, when I originally parked my car, it must have knocked and it must have fell, and I didn't know it fell. So, all right. So I got my phone. So I don't know what time it is. I probably looked at my phone. It was like maybe 8:20 maybe. So I'm like, yo, I hope that I don't miss this gate. So I try to run back again. Yo, I was just so winded. Yo, I was like, yo, I felt like I was back at high school when I was doing suicides for the ball practice, like for basketball. I was just like, I was so winded, yo. Dog. So get my phone. So I'm walking. I'm like power walking, like because I couldn't run no more. So I'm power walking. So I power walk through TSA. I'm asking, yo, where's the TSA pre-check? They like, it's right around. Getting TSA pre-check. I'm good. Why was my gate all the way at the end? My gate was like like D14. I forget. The gate was literally all the way at the end. So I'm getting off the what was it? No, you just as soon as you go through TSA, you at the gate, so you got to go all the way down. I try to run it, power walking, like I'm power walking. So I get closer to the gate and I see there's a lot of people crowded around. That's a good ass sign because that means nobody's boarded yet, or they just started boarding. Yo, I was down on my knees, pause. Yo, I literally was so winded. Yo, I felt like the dude I felt like Will Smith off of Pursuit of Happiness when he got that job. Yeah, I was so hyped that I made this board. I made the board, right? So all right. So I get in the plane, get to Atlanta. My peoples, they caught their flight early, so they was waiting for me at the rental car spot or whatever. So they seen that I was winded. They were just like, it was like, Jay, you usually the responsible one. How you late? I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm like, yo, the plane guys wasn't with me this morning, like waking me up at 7:07 for an 8-something flight. So that was Friday when I flew in. Now that's not the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? Here goes. So ATL was fun. We had fun Friday, Saturday. Shout out to everybody, the whole gang. We had fun Friday night, Saturday night, had fun. So Sunday comes, my flight leaves early. Everybody was leaving Monday. I'm leaving Sunday night. So Sunday comes, it's thunderstorms in Atlanta, yo. So it's nothing but thunderstorms, just crazy thunderstorm. So we all just downstairs chilling at Airbnb, and you know how you just got a gut feeling? You like, man, I feel like this joint gonna get canceled, like, or my flight gonna get delayed. And everybody kind of had the same feeling. They was like, yeah, try to call the gate. Of course, you try to call. It was Delta who I flew with. Try to call Delta. The wait is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I'm like, pfft. So it was getting close to, you know, the time of the flight. It was like probably like around 7, 8 o'clock. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna catch this, get on this Uber, go figure it out down there instead of being waiting on the phone. So I'll tell everybody goodbye. So I go down there. So I'm in the Uber pull up, get out the Uber. Soon as I walk in Atlanta airport, my phone ring. A notification says, your flight has been delayed at 1:40 something. I'm like, are you serious? This is why, y'all, it's good to go with your gut feeling. It usually never steers you wrong. Like, I literally had a gut feeling that this was going to happen, right? And it would happen as soon as I stepped right into the airport. And, you know, on Delta, you could check the app to see if, you know, if it's delayed or whatever the case may be. On the app, it kept saying on time. So I'm like, all right, if it's saying on time, then I should have no problems. Soon as I walked in, it said that, right? So I go to the gate and I asked the lady, well, the agent desk, whatever, to ask what should I do. She was just like, you know, you could check your bag in now, and you know, you want to stay close to the flight because you never know that it may take off earlier than it says on the app. So I contemplate. I'm texting my homie Mugga. I'm like, bro, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm like, I still got my bag with me. I don't know if I just catch this Uber and come back to y'all or just wait. He like, man, that's I don't even know what to tell you. So I'm like, all right. So I was just like, I'm gonna just do what the lady said. Check my bag in. This was like around 9:05, 9:10, whatever. So I checked my bag in or whatever. And then I'm like, yeah, where's TSA pre-check? She was like, yeah, TSA pre-check ended at 9 o'clock. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I just missed TSA pre-check by a couple minutes. So I'm like, cool. Mind you, it's a lot of people starting to come in the airport. So TSA line is getting filled up. I'm like, so I'm just waiting in the TSA line like everybody else. I get to about the middle of the TSA line. Notification comes up again. Your flight has been delayed till 3, almost 4 in the morning. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, yo, there's no way I'm waiting at this airport till 3 in the morning. I'm about to see if there's another flight to catch for tomorrow, because it's already pretty much Monday anyway, so I'm just going to have to do what I got to do. So I looked. They had an alternate flight for 8 a.m., so I said, bet. Click that. And rebook my flight for 8 in the morning. So now, mind you, I'm already stuck in the middle of the TSA, you know, line or whatever. So I can't really get out. So I'm just like, it's starting to move a little bit. They started to, you know, get it a little faster. So, and it was just, everybody kind of felt in the line. Everybody flights is delayed or whatever the case may be. These 3 guys, right? As soon as I get to like the front, these 3 guys, they start busting through people to go to the front. Because I guess they said their flight was about to leave in like 10 minutes or something like that. I don't know how. I don't know where they was flying to, but I guess their flight wasn't delayed no more. So they bust up to the front, right? And the TSA lady, she caught them and was like, oh, y'all playing in my face. Like, y'all playing in my face to be cutting through all them people. They was able to get to the front. The one boy, he just let him go. He's just like, yeah, just let him go. He like, the lady was she was kind of mad that because she was trying to make them go back to where they came from, but it didn't work. So get through TSA. So at this point, I'm like, all right, let me find out about my bag first to make sure that, you know, whatever flight I get on next is going to go on to the next flight that I choose for 8 in the morning. So I go upstairs to where the gates are. I'm walking through, yo. It really felt like, yo, it literally felt like a welfare line with all, like, yo, it was so many people in line at the help desk, people at the gates. I'm looking at the screens. It all says delayed. So I'm like, yo, this is going to be crazy. So at this point, I'm just looking for an empty gate. Empty gate desk to talk to somebody about my bag, because I felt like if I got out of TSA line, when I looked over where the agent desk is, where I talked to the lady, that was filling up. So I'm like, you know what? Since I'm already here, let me go to one of these little empty gates and just ask them a quick question about my bag. So it took me about 10-15 minutes to find me an empty one. Talk to the lady real quick. They said my bag gonna be good if I get on the next flight. So I'm like, cool, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I go downstairs. So I start to order the Uber on my phone. It was so hectic at the airport, yo. Ubers was literally $100. Mind you, my Airbnb was only about 30 minutes away. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Ubers was so high because of the, you know, what was going on in the peak times and everything going on. It was $100 for a 30-minute ride. So I was like, yo, let me check Lyft to see the prices. So I checked Lyft. Lyft was about a good $60. I said, all right, bet. So I got the Lyft was able to get, you know, book the Lyft. So if y'all don't know about Atlanta Airport, yo, Atlanta Airport big as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so huge. To get to one side to another side could take you at least about 20 minutes, like, or 30 minutes. It just depends. Like, that's why they literally have 2 trains that run to get you to your gates, because that's how long and how big this airport is, right? So I didn't know, like, when I got from where the gates was and went downstairs, I'm trying to find where the ground transportation is to get, you know, to the Ubers. So I get the ground transportation. I'm all stuttering. So I went out there. The lady was like, no, you got to go from here to the other side, and then go downstairs and then get to the ride share. I'm like, now, mind you, my phone is dying at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been at the airport texting people, finding out about my flight. So it's dying at this point. So my phone dying. The Uber about to come in like 6 minutes. I got to meet them at ride share 4. It's like these little sections where you go to the ride share where Uber and Lyft at the airport in Atlanta. So I'm frantic at this point because I'm trying to run. Like, I got my charger and all that, but the problem is, I mean, if I would have had to go back inside, I would have had to find, you know, a charger to get my joint charged. So I'm trying to meet this guy for my phone die. So I go down to where the ride share is. I finally find it. I'm running. Phone check on me soon as I'm about to get to the outside to go to the ride share at, right? Now, good thing that I remembered the driver's name and what the car was. So I got to shout him out. Shout out to Ishmael. Shout out to you, brother. You saved a brother life in Atlanta, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's raining. My phone dead. I was able to find him outside. I look around. I say, yo, you Ishmael? I saw the car. And I was like, oh, you Ishmael? He's like, yeah. I said, he's like, yo, you JK? I said, yeah. He's like, yeah, my bad. I was like, yo, my bad. My phone was dying. That's why I couldn't hit you back. He's like, oh, just get in. So he got in. He let me charge my phone. He's like, you need to charge your phone? Yeah, let me charge my phone. And, you know, he was just talking to me. He was a nice guy, man. Shout out to Ishmael, bro. You definitely a GOAT. You the MVP, man. Like, you really saved the brother life. So me and him was talking about it. Nad, I put him up on, he was telling me about how the traffic is and how Atlanta been hot for like the past couple of days, and just telling me about Atlanta. He was just a nice guy, man. Overall nice guy. I gave him a, you know, great tip at the end for the ride. Pause. So, you know what I mean, nice ride for the last, you know, 30 minutes. And so I get back to the Airbnb or whatever, and my homies is cheering me on because they know that I went through hell. At the airport, they all like, yeah. So they all cheer me on because they know I went through hell at this airport, right? So I'm telling them all what happened, and I'm telling them, man, listen, there's so many delayed Johns at the airport. Y'all need to check y'all flights for tomorrow. They was like, yeah, you probably know that our John's gonna get pushed back too with this storm. So, you know, we all chill, play some games, and then everybody went to sleep. Then the next morning, I check on the news. It says it's an East Coast storm from Boston all the way damn near down to Florida. It was just like a flood warnings, all types of stuff. So a lot of you know, flights was delayed in Philly because there was a lot of thunderstorms in Philly or whatever. So I'm like, so matter of fact, let me rewind back. So this was about, so I set my alarm for 6 in the morning when I booked my 8 o'clock flight when I got back to the Airbnb. So I set my alarm for 6 o'clock. So I set my alarm goes off. Why at 6 in the morning, right? It's crazy. I set my alarm for 6 o'clock. Why they cancel my flight at 6 in the morning for my 8 o'clock flight? I'm like, yo. So my drone is canceled in the morning, right? Same thing with my homie Mugga. His drone was supposed to be like, I think 8 in the morning, Monday too. His drone got canceled. Everybody else that was with us, days was delayed, but they had American. Me and like one or two other people had Delta, and they ones was either canceled or they had to get pushed back. So that's when I saw in the morning. I turned on the news. They talked about the, you know, the thunderstorm warning or whatever, right? So Airbnb is done at 11 o'clock. So my homie sister stays in Atlanta. Shout out to them. And they was like, yeah, you know, you can stay with us for a little bit to, you know, get on y'all next flight. And so we left there, went to their crib, which is about a good 30 minutes away, 30 to 45 minutes. So we went there, chilled, told them what happened. We chilling. I'm exhausted. So I just I was so tired. You know, we went to go get something to eat for a little bit, and then I went right to sleep for a couple hours. Now, I'm in that meantime, I did book another flight for 8 in the morning Tuesday. So I'm like, all right, cool. Monday is shot. They have no other flights going out My other homie was able to fly out Monday night, but I wasn't able to get on. I don't know why. My flight was before that person, so I was just like, all right, so I'm just going to chalk Monday and just do Tuesday, right? Tuesday, 8 o'clock flight, right? Tuesday comes. Matter of fact, no. I'm just up on my phone, whatever, doing whatever. 12 a.m., get another notification. And what do y'all guess, right? Just guess as you see the story goes on, right? Canceled. I was getting no luck with these planes, y'all. Like, Atlanta wasn't trying to let me go. They was trying to kidnap your boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? They trying to kidnap the wave, man. So, Tuesday, canceled. At 12 in the morning, right? So, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, man, F Delta. I'm about to just book another flight with another air carrier or whatever, right? So, but but the thing was, I had to see about my bag. And I had to see about, getting the money back. So I called Delta. The wait is 2 hours on the phone. And I ain't got no choice because I got to get on this and see what's up. So 2 hours turns into 3 hours. Finally get somebody on the phone at like 3 in the morning. So I'm talking to this lady 3 in the morning or whatever. They canceled my flight, got refunded for the flight, the bags, all that. So they did that. I'm like, cool. I'm like, what's going on with my bag situation? They was like, well, you're going to have to either call the bag claim center or you just going to go there and then to the airport, go to the bag claim center in the airport, and they're going to tell you what's going on with your bag. I'm like, bet. Being that the Tuesday flight was canceled, I ended up having to book another one through. I was like, I'm going to just go through with American. All my homies was able to leave on Monday for their flight. Let's see what else with American and let's get it cracking. So I book a flight with American for what time was it? For 4 o'clock Tuesday. So good thing about Tuesday, it was clear. There was no rain. It was nothing. So it was clear, rain. It was nothing. So I'm like, bet. I'll be able to get out of here in Atlanta at 4 o'clock p.m., right? So everything went all good. I was able to catch my Uber, go to the airport, checked in. I found out about my bag. What they had to do was they had to take my bag and expedite it on whatever next flight that they had from Delta at like 2 o'clock, and it was going to get to Philly at 4 o'clock. So by the time I got off my flight at 6, my bag was going to be waiting for me. So I said, all right, bet. So I got that situated, got to Philly. It was a little turbulence on the flight, so I ain't gonna lie, my anxiety was shooting through the roof, you know what I'm saying? But I was able to get back to Philly at about close to 7 o'clock. And so that was my wild ride in Atlanta right there. And the reason why I gave y'all this story is because, with all this stuff that I went through, I felt like I didn't panic at all. The only time I felt like I panicked was when I couldn't catch that Uber, but when I thought I was going to be able to catch the Uber back to the Airbnb. But sometimes when you go through things, you just want to make sure that you don't panic. And one thing that my brother Mugga said, that was when his flight got canceled, that always stuck with me. He said, I don't get angry over things that I can't control. And that's what kind of pushed me through going through all of that, because it was stuff that I couldn't control. All I had to do was try to work around it. And there's going to be some things in life where it's just going to hit you. Life is going to be life. Like, it's going to hit you unexpectedly, or whatever the case may be. As long as you stay calm, you do what you got to do, and just persevere through it, it's all going to be worth it. So they kept the wave for 2 days, but your boy is back to give y'all more of this content. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If y'all want to see more me telling y'all more stories, or whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments. If you feel like it's going to help you and, about going through adversity, just let your boy know. Until next time, your boy out. Know that.